What if I told you that achieving your goals actually gets easier when you fix this one thing that almost nobody even realizes they are doing wrong? If you've ever worked your ass off, made real progress, even started feeling good about it, only to somehow end up right back at square one, wondering what the hell just happened, then first of all, you're not alone. Secondly, you're also not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just playing the wrong game. And today, I'm going to show you what that game is, how it secretly keeps even the smartest, most ambitious people stuck, and how to shift into a new way of operating where results start showing up more naturally without the endless grind. Sounds good? Let's dive in. See, most people, and I mean almost everyone, live inside what we call a problem-solving structure. Now, it's not because they are dumb or lazy. It's simply because that's what society trains us to do from the time we are toddlers. It's always been, what's the issue? How do I solve it? Cool, next. That's just how we are wired to think. Now, problem solving does seem logical though, right? You see something wrong, you fix it. That's what responsible people do. Except when it comes to building a life you actually love, problem solving creates the exact opposite of what you're trying to achieve. Let me show you what I mean, because this is where most people, especially self-aware and growth-minded people, accidentally trap themselves without even realizing it. There are two major ways we fall into this trap. The first one is solving external problems. Now, this one's easy to spot. Let's say you hate your job, you feel stuck, and you say, screw it, I'm gonna quit and start my own business. At first glance, that looks like a bold, empowered move, right? But here's the real question. Did you make that decision from inspiration or desperation? Because if you start the business just to escape your job, you're still operating from pain. You're not creating something you love, you're running from something you hate. And when pain is your only fuel, the second things calm down, you lose drive, you lose your clarity, like what to do next, and you lose momentum. It doesn't matter how ambitious you think you are, the structure you're in kills the movement. Now, the second way we tend to get stuck up in problem solving is trying to fix internal flaws. This one is sneakier and honestly more dangerous, because the way it works is you believe you're not perfect, or not worthy, or not lovable. So you set big goals, but not to express your highest self, but to compensate for those perceived flaws. So you tell yourself, if I just build this perfect body, then I will feel good about myself. If I hit 10, 20, 30, 50K a month, then I will feel like I finally matter. Or if I find the right partner, maybe I won't feel so broken. But here's the problem. None of that stuff actually fixes those internal beliefs, because if that's how you wire your brain, you will find something else to lust for once you get it. If you get it at all. And even if you do, at best, it only gives you temporary relief. At worst, it reinforces the story that you need external validation to feel whole. Solving a problem. The problem of not being enough. And the structure you set up is going to silently sabotage your efforts the whole time. Let's say someone wants six-pack abs. Not because they are passionate about health and vitality or aesthetics, but because they hate how they look in the mirror. Their whole fitness journey is rooted in self-rejection. So they start working out hard, eating clean, seeing progress. But as soon as they feel slightly more confident, they will stop pushing as hard. They lose the fire, and their progress starts reversing. Not because they don't want to be fit anymore, but because the original tension that motivated them, the pain of hating their body, has weakened. And the same thing happens in relationships. Let's say someone is tired of feeling alone. They jump into the first connection they can find, not out of love, but out of fear of being alone. At first, that newfound partner soothes their loneliness, sure. But eventually, that surface level comfort wears off. And they realize this isn't fulfilling, so they feel trapped again. But this time, inside a relationship that doesn't reflect what they actually want. You see the pattern? Problem solving creates oscillation, no matter which way we look at it. Here's the structural reason it happens. And once you see it, it's going to be hard to unsee it. In a problem-solving structure, you are held between 2 points. Your current reality, which is what you don't like, you feel like it's not good enough, and the desired reality, which typically isn't a fixed point, you just know it's not this. It's anything but where you are right now. So the moment you get close enough to that relief, the tension disappears. And with that, your momentum dies. That's why most people never maintain their success. It's not a discipline issue or a willpower problem. It's a structural flaw. You're trying to build your dream life on a foundation designed to relieve discomfort, not create something new. Now, let's talk about the structure that actually works. the one that feels completely foreign to most people, the creative structure. This is where you stop running from what you don't want and start moving toward what you genuinely want to create. You're not fixing something. You're not reacting to your circumstances. You're choosing with intention and from a place of power. And that one shift changes everything. Because creative structure runs on a different kind of fuel. Not fear or urgency, but an inspired vision. It creates a natural pull toward your end results. So even as things improve and you complete certain milestones on your way there, the structure still holds because it's not built on discomfort. It's built on desire. So it doesn't collapse when the pain disappears. It gets stronger as your vision gains more clarity. That's the game you were meant to play all along. Here's how we anchor into creative structure. We start with the 4 core choices. This is how we, superconscious creators, start our morning. Before you reach for your phone in the morning, you want to sit up, close your eyes, and say, I choose to live a life I love. I choose to have health and vitality. I choose to be the predominant creative force in my life. And I choose to live my true nature and purpose. These are not just surface level affirmations. They are orientation points, like mental GPS coordinates. They tell your unconscious system, this is where I'm going. This is who I am now. You don't say them to feel good, or at least that's not the only point. You choose them because they restructure the foundation you operate from. Many of my clients notice massive shifts in their focus, in their energy, even in the opportunities that show up in their lives just from practicing these 4 core choices every single morning. Because over time, they replace the old default settings of, I need to prove myself. I have to fix this. Something's wrong with me. With a new stable identity like, I am the creator. I move toward what I love. I'm already enough. And I'm going for more simply because I love it. Even if you try on this new orientation just for a brief second, you can feel the energy shift almost instantly. Why does success feel easier in this structure? Here's why. Because you only have one focus in mind, your end results, and one action to take, your next aligned step toward it. That's it. You're not constantly battling self-doubt. You're not negotiating with fear. You're not trying to earn the right to have what you want. All that noise, what will people think? Am I good enough? What if I fail? Starts to fade away. And in its place, you get clarity, simplicity, momentum. You're not walking around trying to force motivation. You're being pulled by something you chose. It's like saying, well, I don't want to be in New York. I don't want to be in New York. Well, that alone doesn't help you get anywhere good. Because what's the one thing that always has to exist in that equation when you say, I don't want to be in New York? It's New York, right? Now, you might leave the city, but where are you actually going? You might end up somewhere worse. That's what it's like operating from a problem-solving structure. You're just reacting to where you don't want to be. But instead, when you say, I choose to be in Bali, now everything changes because you've got an actual direction, a vision. Your actions become obvious. Book your flight, pack your bag, get on a plane. And guess what? New York disappeared. Not because you were solving for that, but because you focused on what you actually wanted instead of it. Now, will resistance still show up on your way to your desired outcome? Of course, you're human. The unconscious mind will try to drag you back into old familiar patterns basically anytime you go for something new. But in the creative structure, we don't wrestle with that resistance. We recode it. We work with the superconscious, the higher part of your intelligence, to dissolve that resistance at the roots. It's like flowing down a river and suddenly boulders appear in your path. We simply remove those boulders by giving the superconscious a few specific commands. And once the resistance is gone, you can naturally take the next step until you arrive at your desired destination. So here's the truth I want you to walk away with. You are not lazy, you are not broken, and you definitely don't need fixing. If reaching your goals has felt hard until now, it's not because there's something wrong with you. It's because you've been living in a structure designed for survival, not creation. And the moment you shift that structure, the whole game changes. Instead of constantly second-guessing yourself, you start knowing exactly what you want and what to do next. You stop chasing goals that are secretly trying to fix something and start going after things you actually care about. You start reacting to life and you start building it on your own terms. That's when your actions finally start producing the results you want, because they are coming from the right place, not from pressure or proving. If you're ready to stop playing the problem-solving game and finally start building the life you actually want, that's exactly what I help people do inside my free Skool community. When you join, I'll guide you through the exact process to shift into the creative structure recode resistance, and take aligned action towards the results you want in business, health, love, and life in general. If you're ready for that, click the link in my bio and come join us. Let's get you out of struggle and into creation. I'll see you inside.